you enter Warped Tour as a young band and you're just like scared of everything and everyone, and you're just so young and you're so unfamiliar, and there's all these old, well-established bands, and you just feel like the tiniest band in the world. And then like you're thinking, man, like we're a bunch of young guys, and then all of a sudden, a couple years later, you're like the old guys on the tour. You're like the oldest band here and everything. But it's a cool shift, because then I think what we always try to do as an artist is like, we befriend a lot of younger bands, we tour with a lot of younger bands, and we love to just like take people under our wing, kind of give them some pointers, some tips and stuff like that. And it's nice to be able to kind of pass on a little bit of like information from what we've learned over the years and how we've been able to make the most of it and have some really good songs out here.
Van's Warped Tour is a travelling festival that occurs in the summertime, setting up and packing down a mini city every day in a new place. For attendees, this is the best way to see your favourite bands from around the world. For artists and crew, it's the ultimate time to catch up with friends that become family over time. This series explores the different cultures that this festival brings from around the world.
As far as I remember, it was always just fun. The camaraderie with the bands, you know. Again, like I said, it was diversity of bands and just meeting different people that you've always heard of, but you would never get a chance to play with. Nobody would think to put L7 and Sick of It All on the same, you know, stage, but we became great friends with L7. It was such a good experience.
The experience of the tour is different. The bands are different. I was thinking about this when we were on it. There was definitely a common culture of punk rock that was through the whole experience, and it wasn't necessarily the punk rock that we understood from Pittsburgh, but there was definitely a culture of punk rock that made it make sense to us.
Honestly, I think now, like I said, it's more of a well-oiled machine. You see, like, bands really respect Kevin. They did then, but I think it was more lax. And now, it's just a little bit more like, hey man, if you fuck up, you're off the tour. You gotta respect the rules. No fireworks, you know, nobody doing any fucking sexist, fucking racist, homophobic bullshit. And that's good. I think, you know, back then, people got away, before the YouTube and all that shit, people got away with more bullshit. And now, you know, you're instantly on the radar and you're the next fucking YouTube celebrity for being an asshole, and that's no good. Trust me.
Actually, I do know people who are like, oh, I don't want to go to Warped Tour, and they don't have enough bands that I like. But that's one of the beauties of it, is that you can discover new stuff, you know, it might open your mind. Luckily for us, we play, again, very heavy, aggressive music, but I've seen kids who are watching a band like Sonic Boom 6, and you know, it's more of a ska, house, whatever you want to call it, kind of music. And they're a fan. We'll go on, one day we went on right after them, and I called the kid, hey, come over and check this out. They came over, watched a few songs. Afterwards, I'm at the merch booth. These kids like, I've never heard stuff like you. It's amazing, you know? And that's what I think is the beauty of it. So even if you're stuck in your ways and you want to see certain bands, I think you should come, because you can see so much stuff. And that's what this tour does, is really, hopefully opens people's minds. So the new generation and the older bands that are all, you know, giving their all every night.
I think the whole thing about Warped is a lot of people should be proud of how long it's been going on for. It's like the longest running touring festival in the world. And a lot of people have tried to do things like this, and this overshadows every single one of them. You know, and just I think it's also become a great discovery channel for a lot of people to find new artists, and even for bands to meet one another. You know, it puts everyone on the same level. We're all in the same catering line, we're all at the same barbecues, we're all parked up next to each other. You never know who you're going to befriend or who you're going to run into, and I think it really helps create some lifelong friendships, and also sets up for a ton of great touring once it's all done.